getlatdreamingpeach.com. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. I really hate this parking lot. It's such a creepy parking lot. It always gives me like horror movie vibes. But I'm waiting for my son to get out of... Okay, that guy's like running. I'm waiting for my son. He's supposed to be done. He is coaching the middle schoolers for a fencing clinic, and this is the last day. So you could probably hear the heat in my car. Well, it's weird lighting. Let's see, I'll turn the car off just for a second, just so maybe the sound isn't so loud. I had turned it off, but it's cold. I'm waiting. He's always like almost the last one out. Anyway, Brian Friedman, Justin Baldoni's lawyer, dropped a response. He dropped a response in response to Ryan Reynolds' motion to dismiss himself, motherfucker, bitch. And what's her name? The court of random opinion, I think is her name, Lauren, on YouTube. She read it. That was cool. And thank you to her. She read the whole thing, and then I started listening to Tilted Lawyer, who I found off of her because they're like friends and they stream sometimes together. He's a lawyer, she's not, but here comes another fencer coming out. But I think he read it today. I was listening a little bit, but then I just am so busy, which I'm so grateful for. And so, like I was saying in yesterday's video, I have a couple of new clients. One client, it's 4 hours a week, and it's just for a 6-week trial, and we're in the second week. And I really like her, and I like what I'm started to do for her. So I'm hopeful that that will continue, although I don't know yet. And then the other client who I got, she was referred to me, or I was referred. How do you say that? I have a client who I've been working with for 2 years, and she told her friend, hey, you got to work with my friend. Like, you need help. My assistant is awesome. I'm going to give you her number. Call her so she can help you. And it turns out that she has a whole actual company with like 45 employees and a lot of work. So I started off with 10 hours. I'm hoping I can get, if I can get 30 hours a week from her steady. It sounds like she's so much work to do that I could see that really happening. Anyway, so they added me to a call. It's like a weekly call, and they added me to it, and I actually joined it. I thought I wasn't going to be able to join, but then it turned out the timing was perfect, and this shit was, there was 7 people, not including me, and I actually was like, being very, part of it. Like a lot of it, I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because I don't know how to do, or I don't understand a lot of it. But a lot of it I was like very responsive and taking notes and asking questions or saying, like, I'm going to be formatting. Basically, it's like, well, it started out as like a 300 slide PowerPoint, and now it's been broken into 5 PowerPoints that are, a couple of them are like 200 slides, a couple of them are 100 slides. The one I was making as an appendix turned out to be 78 slides, and all the slides they were talking about making on the call. So anyway, I signed into the call at 5 p.m. and at 5:45, I was like, I have to bring my son to fencing. So I was like, I'll see if you guys are still on the call when I get back. I got back on the call. Was on the call for another hour and a half. And they were still going. And I was like, I'm sorry, I have to go get my son. Like, he did his whole thing. And so anyway, now I'm sitting here in the car waiting for him. And I was like, you know what? I'm just sitting here. I could probably take a quick little video because I do want to continue keeping my YouTube channel up and going and current. So anyway, today was supposed to be the day of liberation. Is it day of liberation? Wait, was it the day of liberation? Or I don't know what the fuck it was. Who were being liberated from? I don't know. I was trying to listen to some of that during the day. But again, like, I've been so... I have to focus on, like, I was trying to listen to Lauren read that thing last night, and then I ended up falling asleep. And then today I was listening to Don Lemon, but I'm also doing some work. And, I'm trying to keep up with the politics and trying to keep up with these cases. And I don't know what happened with Karen Reed. I thought Karen Reed trial was started and jury selection was started. And I don't know. Oh, I'm pretty sure that Emily D. Baker was traveling today or something, so she wasn't streaming. But it's okay. I'm like, I have so much stuff to do. It's almost getting to the point like, motherfucker, can I even do it all? Can I do all the stuff I have to do in the time frame that I have to do it? But I have to do it because I want to get paid. Gots to get paid. I do love getting money. I spent all my life up to this point, well, up to about a couple 5 years ago, probably about 5 years ago, I really was like, it is time for me to shed this lifelong belief I had that, I'm spiritual. I don't need money. I don't need to be rich. I grew up in a very wealthy town with a lot of rich kids. And while we did have a couple of private schools in town, we also had a lot of rich kids who came to public school. And that's where I went to school with them. They lived in mansions and stuff. And I was like, I'm never going to be able to compete with them. So as like a 13-year-old, I ended up adopting a mindset of like, I'm spiritual, I don't need money. But then that kind of became this like unseen belief that I preferred to not be wealthy. I never needed to pursue, wealth. And I didn't. And I ain't got none. I ain't got shit. I got exactly what I pursued, which was nothing. No, I mean, I had a lot of life experiences and a lot of things, but I never really learned about how to be financially literate and how to earn money beyond, like, just working per hour. So anyway, I am waiting for my kid to come out. The last couple of kids just came out. But so, yes, I am going to listen to some more of Justin Baldoni's lawyer's response. I cannot wait to hear what the judge has to say. Cory Booker broke a record, spoke for 25 hours. That was amazing. I have not liked Cory Booker for a long time. I always thought he was corrupt, but you know what? He really impressed me, and that was kudos to him for doing that and breaking Strom Thurmond, the motherfucking asshole. Thank God. I hope you rot in your fucking hell where you are dead for what he did. And so that is my 10 minutes, and thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You can join me as a member. You can join me for free here or also on my website, which is catlovedreamingpeach.com, and on my Patreon. You can be a member for free or paid member, which would help me. The more members I have and the more paid, the more I can devote time to this. But like I said, I got to work on the paid clients, and right now YouTube channel ain't paying me jack shit. So thank you guys. What do you think about all these things? What do you want? to know about or talk about, or made it home. Let's see how bright this is. See my half-eaten apple. Well, it's not even half. So, my water is there. I can just leave my apple there. Oh my goodness. So this is just kind of a catch-up video. Catch up, what's up? Cat soup and WhatsApp. So, ooh, my hair sometimes does that. I really don't like this lighting. Oh, that's terrible. Let's see if I go warm. Well, that's too much. That's terrible. Oh my God. Ah. Let's see, go down, 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 down. So, I can move it. Please hold. Let me see if she's still, well, she's actually.
Her reputation. What HR complaints on set?
The Court of Random Opinion.
I'll give you a minute to answer that one.
And
no, I think that's really irritating because
her name is Lauren. She said her last name a couple times, but I don't remember. So she's actually live right now, and the video she's doing is called Breaking. Blake Lively fires back at Baldoni's crisis PR team in a new filing. And then she has a note. Jed Wallace and Street Relations Inc., the crisis PR team for Justin Baldoni, filed a motion to dismiss Blake Lively's lawsuit, but Lively is striking back in opposition. The filing details Lively and Reynolds' allegations against Wallace regarding the supposed smear campaign against her. So she's reading that right now. She has been live, let's see. She's been live for 63 minutes. It is Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025 at 11:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whew. So I was kind of listening to what she was saying. Oh, let's see. I wonder why she gets them so ahead of time. So I just got the email that shows, I guess this is what she's reading. Docket number 161, date filed April 2nd, 2025. The description is Memorandum of Law in Opposition Non-Motion. And let's see, is this it? This is a 31-page attorneys for Blake Lively. Okay, so she's reading that. And I did listen to some of a video that one of my favorite lawyers, Peter Tragos, lawyer you know on YouTube, he did a video tonight. It was the second day of jury selection for Karen Reed. So he thinks that, they'll probably pick about 2 people per day. And about 95% of the people have heard of the case. And as Emily pointed out yesterday, having heard of the case does not automatically yeet you off of the jury. But have you already formed an opinion that cannot be changed? That's what will determine it. Other goings-ons, so Elon Musk spent like $25 million to try to buy an election and fucking lost anyway. It really brought me some hope and really gave me a sense that things are going to look up, things are going to change, people are going to finally fight back. And let's see, the Midas Touch just dropped a video that says Trump plan hits a brick wall after federal judge steps in. Nationwide injunction so ordered. All right, this is Michael Popak. Let me just read the description of this one. A California federal judge citing Trump's and Christie motherfucking puppy killer Noam's statements. She also killed a goat and a horse. Showing illegal hatred and prejudice against the Venezuelan people. Wait, let me start again. A California federal judge citing fucking asshole Trump and Christie Noam puppy killer statements showing illegal hatred and prejudice against the Venezuelan people has entered a nationwide injunction to stop the deportation of the Venezuelans here legally and under Biden's extension of their temporary protected status, finding that if they are returned to their unsafe country that Trump declared to be controlled by drug terrorist gangs, they may face certain death. Michael Popak explains how racist bitch-faced Noam and asshole xenophobe misogynist Trump's own statements of hatred were used by the judge to support his ruling, including the infamous "they are eating our cats and dogs" debate statement by that fucking asshole Donald J. Trump fuckface. In other news, what's up? Ask Two Lawyers are two lawyers that I actually find more annoying than not. It seems to me like every time I listen to them, their interpretation of the law seems to line up with what I think that Blake and Ryan Reynolds' lawyers would think. Not like when I watch Tilted Lawyer, he is very pro Justin Baldoni, and he seems to interpret the law through a lens that, you know, Justin is innocent and Blake is lying, and you can't use lies to protect yourself. You know, like there's this, what is it? I don't know. It's a statute or whatever that she's trying to invoke, which says that if you sue someone for SH, sexual harassment, they cannot sue you for defamation in a retaliatory way. However, you cannot shield yourself with that statute and its protections if you're fucking lying and you made this shit up. So when the Ask Two Lawyers guys are like, oh my God, his case is getting dismissed. Like, this is the end of the line. And all the people in the comments are angry. Like, but she lied. And then they come out with a video saying, maybe we were wrong about it. But then they still keep talking about it. Anyway, they have a video which I have not watched. Their thumbnail says, this was streamed 5 hours ago, their thumbnail says "No Way Out" for Ryan Reynolds, and it's called "Real Lawyers React to Justin Baldoni's Opposition to Ryan Reynolds' Motion to Dismiss." So the Tilted Lawyer, I really like him. I've only watched him for like a couple times, and he talks about a lot of stuff that I don't like, you know, but that's how it is with people on YouTube. I mean, I've noticed that there's some people who like, they absolutely love one or two videos of mine, and then they like seem to never come back. You know, I find people, I like them, I comment, and then maybe after 2 or 3 videos, I'm like, I'm not that into them. So it's always nice when you find somebody, and every time you listen to them, you know, not that you agree with everything they say, but for the most part, you're really happy to be there. And as this video is coming back to the 10-minute mark, I'm going to let this be the end of it. And just to say thank you for being here. I will continue to do these shorter updates like this. I hope that the sound is okay. I realized that when I was in my car and I had it a little further away, the sound wasn't that great, but I tried to fix it on the edit side. So Join me. Have a good night, and I will see you soon. See you in the next one. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and like and Oh, I had to pop back on because I was watching this video called Elon's Worst Day Ever Just Got Worse on The Bulwark with Andrew Egger and Ben Parker talk Elon's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day after an embarrassing loss for Republicans in Wisconsin and his rumored impending exit from the White House and clear messages from Tesla stocks. So this video, it's 14 minutes and 19 seconds long, and they were talking about all that stuff. But there was this one section where they're talking about how Donald Trump had been planning his comeback for 5 years. This was a 5-year-long project that he had been working on. And then Elon comes in the last few months and then like suddenly thinks like, oh, I'm running this joint. I'm in control here. What I say goes. I am the king. I'm paraphrasing.
Trump has seemingly soured on Musk. Musk has been lagging Trump not so much now. So the timing of this is very interesting that Trump has seemingly soured on Musk. Musk has been lagging Trump in the polls
by a lot
for a while. Like that's not a new thing, but it almost seems so like serendipitous that the timing of that story would drop right after this sort of large and embarrassing electoral defeat for a cause that Musk had championed. I don't know. What do you make of that?
Yeah, no, you mentioned the 2024 election and how much it went to Musk's head. And I think he may not realize exactly how late in the game he got in on that. Trump started running for re-election before he left the White House, right? We now know this from all the books that have been written, that he was already planning at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, for his eventual comeback. He spent years and years getting ready for that 2024 election. And Musk came in, only late in the summer. He started pouring in money, appearing with Trump at rallies, especially in Pennsylvania. So, there's this, we'll call it a 5-year process of Trump getting reelected. And Musk came in for the last few months and is like, I'm running the show now, which is classic Elon Musk behavior.
And there's no question that he played an extremely important role. I mean, like Trump needed that money real bad. He was burning through it because he was relatively parsimoniously using campaign money or his super PAC money to pay all his legal bills and things like that. I mean, he was kind of in the hole for a while there. Musk came in and backfilled a lot of that, and not only that, but he also helped bring in. He was kind of a big part of that kind of late campaign redirection away from sort of like traditional Republicans or traditional MAGA Republicans,
yes.
long-standing MAGA Republican base, and bringing in, like Joe Rogan people.
I think that's right.
The disaffected youths. I mean,
Musk what I thought was so remarkable is how that's exactly what happened with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Justin Baldoni had been spearheading, running this project that he had put all his time, energy, effort, and money into to turn It Ends With Us book into a screenplay, into a movie. It was his project, his money, his investment, his time, his passion. And then here comes fucking Blake, blatant lying. Again, doing a rug pull, acting like she's just coming in to be the actress. Who even suggested her? I want to know that. Was it Colleen Hoover? Blake Lively, y'all. I can't say it enough. Blake Lively's my dream lily, y'all. Was it her who brought the idea up? Was it Justin? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. But I just thought, like, wow. Interesting, even though they are talking about Elon and Trump, it's like a dynamic thing. The same dynamic that there's one person who's got this project. It's all about him and what he wants to do, and then here comes this other person swooping in and all of a sudden acting like this is my project. Oh, it's kind of funny. I did mention when I was sitting in the car, the part where I was sitting in the car and talking about that I was in that meeting. So, most of the meeting was just, going slide by slide, talking about what it is. And so there was 8 of us in this meeting. It was a Microsoft Teams meeting. None of us had our cameras on, which I really appreciate about this place. Like, I don't love being on, it's funny because I'd love to make videos, but I don't love to be on video meetings. I mean, it's fine. I don't hate it. I'm fine with it, but I do prefer when I don't have to be on the camera. So I love that about this place. Like the first few times I jumped on a meeting and I had my camera on and they didn't, and I was like, okay, I don't need to. But anyway, you know how you see TikTok videos or whatever or even sometimes YouTube, and it's somebody's team meeting or their Zoom meeting, and then there's they put cats and dogs or whatever with the faces So my new boss, who I also call my client, she's the president, and it's her company. And so they're talking about, so they have a client, this big huge client. It's like a company, and they're doing this training, and the whole thing is this giant training manual with all these parts and everything. And so then they start getting into talking about these actual employees and what they're doing, and how they're not supposed to be in the account. These are our accounts, and that's what they're paying us to do. But then they come into the account, they touch the account by just logging in, look at all the work we did, they log out, and then they're like, oh, I got credit for that. So it was just so funny. I'm sitting there listening to this behind the scenes tea. I'm I don't even know who they're talking about or anything, but it's oh, okay, that's not what they're supposed to be, and I just felt like one of those cats sitting there oh, it's getting spicy. And then I was like, fuck, I gotta leave and go pick up my kid, and this is just getting good. Danielle and Amy and Rachel and Rick, all them. She's like, Kristen needs to tell Danielle that she can't be going into the... She goes into the account, she reads what we did, she logs out, she didn't even call them, she didn't sit on hold for 15 minutes, she didn't do the work, and she's getting a credit. I'm like, damn, that is funny. But anyway, so listen to these guys. They are talking about how Elon swooped in with his money in the last few months and all of a sudden decided that he's in charge, he's running everything. And now, you know how they talk about personality hires? You ever heard of a personality fire? You have all the money in the world. You are literally the richest man in the world. You could give me anything, but you are such a bad person. You are so unlikable. You spent $300 million to get Donald Trump elected, and then you tried to do it in Wisconsin, and they were like, fuck you, you rich bitch. We don't want your money. I mean, yeah, what was it? Some Republican guy, he gave the money to, supposedly won a lottery. You win the lottery. You were the only person in the lottery. Surprise, you won. I'm going to put your name in the bag, and I'm going to pick it. Oh my God, I got your name out the bag. It's the only name in the bag. It's corruption, but don't tell anybody. Okay. So what you think? You think that this is, I just think it's funny how, there's vibes. It's like the guy, mental illness, and he is a diagnosed narcissist, and he's living with it, and he's learning how to heal, and he makes these videos, and they're really great and amazing. And he talks about, being a narcissist, and he helps other people, but it's like there's themes, there's themes of behavior, there's themes of the way people show up, there's like it's like a script, it's like patterns, you can recognize it. And yeah, I get it, it's like it's diagnosing people and the DSM-5 and all that stuff, but at the same time, and people are unique, but it's like malignant narcissism has patterns. We can see it. You can recognize how people show up and how people behave and how they take credit for other people's work and effort. And why wouldn't Blake make her own movie? She's got her own production company, she's got her own millions, she got all the fucking times to do whatever she wants, but because she can't, because she doesn't have that fucking magical spark and that charisma and that creativity. She said it herself. The blank page, she doesn't want to do nothing with a blank page. She wants to take somebody's already created, finished piece, and then she scours it for what she calls treasures, aka things I can fuck with. I want to take the work that you did and I'm going to scour it for any little nugget that I think I can shit my little nugget there. Oh, that's my little shit. Just like Amber Turd on the bed, on Johnny's bed. Boom. That was Blake Lively in It Ends With Us. Christine Hall, a screenplay that she wrote for Justin Baldoni. And here comes Blake with her little fucking turds. Here's a little treasure. Here's a little turd. Shitting her little turds all throughout the whole thing. That's why the fucking movie was a piece of shit, a piece of garbage. It was a janky fucking jerry rigged movie that's some fucking... Anyway, watch this clip and I'll see you in the next one. What do you think? Drop your comment. Ask a question. Engage in there. Get all up in the comment streets, up in this internet streets, and let's make a neighborhood. They say Annie Lamont had that amazing quote, "My mind is a terrible place. It's a dangerous neighborhood up in here."